Do you find that whenever you try to make some changes and get healthy, for some reason you just can't stick to them long enough? With the 4 tips I'm gonna give you, it's gonna make it way easier for you. So stay tuned. All right, so I see this over and over and over. We try to make some healthy changes, start to get healthier, get better, but for some reason we just can't stick to them, right? You know, that New Year's resolution, we always try to get healthier, make some changes, but for some reason we just can't stick to them long enough, right? Have you seen this happen to you? Because I know it's happened to me a lot of times. So with the 4 tips I'm gonna give you, it's gonna make it a lot easier for you to stick to them and actually see some results, all right? So we'll get right to them. Number 1, it's about having a big enough dream, all right? It was Jerry West, the psychologist, who said, when you have a big enough dream, you don't need a crisis. So think about that for a minute. When you have a big enough dream, you don't need a crisis. We tend to wait for that crisis to come, right? We tend to wait to get that diagnosis of diabetes or even cancer or something bad to happen before we actually make some changes, right? We tend to wait for that to happen, but what if you had a big enough dream that actually motivated you to keep going, all right? So, because it's gonna get tough, believe me, it's gonna get really tough. But what if you have a dream that drives you, that keeps you going no matter what, all right? Think about that. So, whatever your goal is, if you wanna lose weight, if you wanna be alive to see your grandkids grow, if you just wanna have energy to live life to the fullest, right? Because we seem to just get through life instead of actually living to the fullest, enjoying as much as we can, doing whatever we want to do, right? So what if you had a dream that kept you going? So think about what you want to do, whatever it is. If you want to lose weight, try to list all the reasons why you want to lose weight, all right? So keep asking why, all right? Because you want to look better. Why? Whatever you come up with, keep asking why. So you get to that true root reason of why you want to do what you do, all right? Then I have a little tip for you, a little secret. Just write that on an index card and carry it with you every single day. Carry the index card with you with that answer that you came up with and read it at least 5 times a day, all right? That's the magic number, 5 times a day. When you wake up, throughout the day, before you go to sleep, keep reading that. It's gonna keep your brain going. It's gonna keep your motivation as high as you've ever seen it, all right? You gotta keep going, keep reading that. And then even when the tough times come, you'll be unstoppable. Believe me, nothing's gonna stop you because you know why you want to do what you do. You have that reason of why you want to do what you do. Okay? So give that a try. Write it on an index card, read it every day, and that's gonna keep you going. Number 2, start small. Okay? We all make this mistake. I've made it so many times that I can't even count anymore. Start even smaller than you think, all right? It truly has to be about a lifestyle change. And we all hate to hear that. I used to hate when I heard that all the time. But it's so true. I've seen it over and over with myself, with my clients, family, friends. It has to be small changes, all right? So think about, for example, a lot of us don't drink enough water. What if you say, okay, I'm just gonna concentrate on drinking enough water. That's your only goal for now. All right, so drink half your body weight in ounces. So if you're 150 pounds, drink 75 ounces a day, just water. Don't count coffee, teas, anything, just water. So master that first. All right, make sure you're drinking enough water first before you try to set other goals. Because you'll go crazy and you won't be able to do them. You won't be able to. We're all busy, we have a lot of stuff going on. But if you think about a simple goal that's gonna give you big results, all right, so start with the water. Once you master that, then move on to something else. Research says that it takes about 66 days for a new habit to form. All right, so don't think you're gonna change in a week. All right, it takes longer than that. And you know it, we all know it deep inside, but we just try to look for that quick answer, that quick method that's gonna get us to our results fast. But has it worked for you before? I know it hasn't for me, so give this a try, just give it a try. All right, start small, smaller than you think. Small changes over time, all right? Number 3, balance. And I see this mistake all the time. I've done it way too much. There has to be a balance. There's a 80-20 rule, all right? If you're taking really good care of yourself 80% of the time, then your body can handle a little bit of 20% of maybe less, being a little less careful, but still being conscious about what you're doing, right? It's about knowing, being conscious about what we're doing. So think about that. If you actually go on a diet, you'll eventually come off the diet, right? If you go on a diet, you'll probably come off that diet eventually. So what if you thought about it as small, slow lifestyle changes, all right? Over time, you're gonna get a much bigger payoff than just going 150% all in at once, and you won't last even 3 weeks. You won't do it. It's happened before, right? You know it's gonna happen again if you go all in like that. But what if you start small? Start small, just see over the long term all the results that you can get. All right, so there has to be that balance. It truly is about habits and slowly changing those over time. All right, number 4, plan ahead. All right, you can't wing it at first. We all think we can, but we really can't wing it at first. Once these become habits, then it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier because now it's part of our lifestyle. But you can't wing it at first when you're trying to learn how to get healthy, when you try to learn how to take care of your body, right? So cook ahead, all right? If you're really busy, cook on Sunday for the week so you have some stuff, and then it's a lot quicker to get a meal ready, all right? So cook ahead, take home with you, take foods with you, excuse me, all right? Take food with you to work if you're going out on a Sunday or something. Just take some food with you, take some snacks, all right? So you don't have to end up buying stuff outside. Because when we're hungry, we lose our minds. I know I do. So if you have a little bit of preparation before that, if you have an idea of what you're going to eat, then it's a lot easier. And I'm not telling you have to get a notebook and write down your whole week of what you're going to eat. It doesn't need to be that much, because the tougher you make it on yourself, the more likely you are to give up, all right? But if you have an idea of what you're going to eat, all right, so just have an idea the night before. Just have an idea what your day is going to look like, so that by the time dinner comes, you're not just stuffing Oreos down your mouth and just drinking orange juice, all right? If you, a little bit of planning, that's all it takes. Just having an idea of what you're going to eat, all right? So a quick recap. Number 1, big dream, all right? Have that big why, that reason that's going to keep you going, all right? Think about that. And it's way more powerful than you can imagine. So give that a try, all right? We like to talk about it, but we never do something, all right? So give it a try. So finally give something a try, all right? For, let's say, 60 days, you're going to commit to writing that down on an index card, read it every single day, 5 times a day, for 60 days. You'll be amazed with the results, all right? Number 2, start small, smaller than you think, all right? Really small goals, really small action items that you can do, all right? Start small. Number 3, balance. Remember, if you go on a diet, you'll come off the diet. Remember that 80-20 rule, all right? 80-20, remember about that. But take really good care of yourself, all right? And number 4, plan ahead. Don't wing it at first. Then you're gonna set yourself up for failure, all right? Don't wing it at first. Once they become habits, it's a lot easier, but not at first, all right? So with those 4 tips, it's gonna get a lot easier. Just give those a try. They're simple. Believe me, getting healthy is simple. We try to complicate it, but it's simple. It's about habits. It's about consistency. All right? So give those a try. All right? If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Somewhere in here, click subscribe so you don't miss the videos. You don't miss all the tips that I'm going to give. All right? And also leave me a comment. I would like to know, what's the one thing that's helped you the most? All right? Whatever it is. Just share with us so that the community can get the benefit. I can learn from you. Share with me one thing that has helped you the most to reach your goals. All right? So give those 4 a try. Let me know below what's worked for you the best. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care.